Wedding season, meantime, it's all about to kick off, and a new BMO study has found Canadians spend an average $15,000 on their weddings. So to tell us why so many respondents feel like they may not be able to afford their ideal wedding, we turn to Kristina, Partsinevelos.
I was actually a little bit surprised about the $15,000 average. I thought it was going to be a little bit higher than that. But
I thought it was going to be a lot higher
yeah,
than that.
Me too, but there's a reason, and I'll get to that in a second. So it's $15,000, an average of about 100 people attending the wedding. And when we look at the surprising fact, 40% of the respondents, and that's 500 Canadians who took the survey, 40% said they do not feel they'll be able to afford their wedding. So that's a surprising amount, but it seems to be the average case for a lot of people. Wedding is a huge expense. It's like it is like purchasing a home, preparing for children. You really need to factor in spending for a wedding. And so when we look at the age brackets, this is how the $15,000 average comes in. Between the ages of 18 and 44, they spend about $18,150. It's those that are 65 and up that spend about roughly $5,000. So there is a vast difference between the age groups.
So the older you are, the less likely
yeah, which
you are to
I would
spend?
think you'd have more disposable income. Why don't you spend more on a wedding? But your group of friends gets smaller, right? So you spend a little bit less.
Okay.
That's my assumption. But so wedding is a big deal. And so BMO is suggesting that for those who do want to prepare for a wedding, and only 28% of those that did take the survey said that they're saving for it, should use their tax-free savings accounts, because you can withdraw tax-free and not have to worry. But at the same point, you really mentally need to prepare. And a lot of people, whatever they think they're going to spend, always end up spending a lot more.
Yeah, I think I've got another theory. Why the younger group spends more?
Why?
They're not paying for it. Mom and dad who are paying for
Right.
it.
So most of the source comes from parents, credit cards and loans, and then Stag and Doze, which is a fundraiser. Yeah. I'm going to one in this summer. Tickets are $15.
So you're in the age group where everyone you know is getting married.
I have 7 ceremonies this summer. 7.
Okay, so that's going to tap you out with all the gifts.
I've been saving for the past 5 months for weddings.
If or when you decide that you are going to get married, elope. Take the money and run.
It's exactly. I don't even want to have a wedding ceremony because of this. But just a little interesting. Yeah, no, I'm rethinking my future. But honeymoon averages. Enough about me. Honeymoon averages. The top place, yes. Hawaii. Go figure.
Okay.
And you would think, what region do you think spends the most money on their honeymoon?
What part of the world spends?
Canada. In Canada, province.
In Canada, province-wise. Okay, I'm going to say Quebecers.
No, completely wrong. I thought it was going to be Alberta.
Well, I got a 1 in 10 chance.
Prairies, so Saskatchewan and Manitoba, that spend the most on their weddings, they spend an average of $27,000. And when you look at their honeymoons, they spend about $19,000, whereas Quebecers spend the least amount on their weddings and honeymoons.
I said Quebecers because they know how to party.
Yeah, and so if you want to tell me how much you spend on your wedding, please do tweet me at Kristina Parts.
Oh, no one's going to tell you how much they spend. Everyone's always embarrassed by how much they spend.
Okay, we'll see. I'll get back to you on that.
Trust me on the eloping thing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Kristina Partsinevelos.